Hey, did you see that?
And now,
Funny Creator Fun Time!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Creation Station, where we're celebrating Thanksgiving in the spirit of Thanksgiving by completely skipping it for Christmas and giving the gift of thanks to our local student artist. Hey, wait a minute! First up, we have someone who has unleashed several cosmic horrors beyond mortal comprehension into our realm. That's right, it's the Flyer of Frogs, the claymation creature creator, the Plaid Plutonium Polygon. What is your name?
Ask my advisor here. My name is Ollie Johnson with a 3.
That's great. What do you like making, mister?
Let me just ask my advisor. Let's see here. Alright. They tell me things deep in my head. Ideas of weird satire are broadcasted from the thought dimension, and I go about them with music, traditional animation, and Microsoft Paint animation. Also, improv.
Great, that is amazing. So, how do you make stuff like that from the thought dimension?
Let me just ask my advisor. Uh-huh. I do all the bits, plug them into my sequence software, and sequence them.
Wow, that's great. What inspires you to make this kind of stuff?
Inspiration is a very, very important thing. You need inspiration for all kinds of things.
How do you get that inspiration?
What I do, all right, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I go to the internet,
Yeah,
I look up things,
yeah,
and then I put them in my head,
yeah,
and I scramble them around,
yeah.
and then I want to make more things.
Cool, that's amazing. So, what is your favorite creation that you have made?
Play it right now.
The spirit of sense. Sense is often derived from the philosopher's stone in the mind. It was put there by Gabriel Florence Whistler on the moon. Other times, it's blown in by the wind. Some don't need sense to guide them through their carefree ways. That is what we call Arduinian style.
That was very, very great. So, what are you working on right now, right at this moment?
anti-corporate media film.
Cool. Now, what is your favorite dimension of thought, reality, space, and/or time?
The Quabgabulator is the greatest dimension of my mother's home. Completely separate from dimensionality, thoughts, comprehension, space, time, and location. Yet it is
Wow!
the absence of nothing.
Oh my, that sounds very fancy and a little bit terrifying. Anyway, how does one comprehend that which claims to be incomprehensible? I hear you do that quite often.
Well, they just come down and use that guy's a big truck. I come down and use Ronald J. Chucklemeyer's thought compressor. $30 down for renting.
Wow! The thought compressor, that's amazing. Gee, I hear that if you order now and use this number, that they'll give you one free thingy for a free thingy. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, tell me, there was a little dispute in one of your animations. So Splunky or Sploinky? Which one is it?
What?
Splunky or Sploinky? Is it Splunky or is it Sploinky?
Splink triangle cubed underscore sploinky a squared.
Nice. Okay. Now, this is the most important question of the whole thing. This is what this whole thing's about. This is why we're doing all of this.
Yeah.
Is cereal a soup?
Just come to my house and find out.
Yeah, but we're not at your house. What? What the? What?
Director Cross Valentin presents.
What the sacred circle time is going on?
We're in Goofland, of course.
What's Goofland? What is Goofland?
So you wanted to know about cereal, did you?
Yeah, that's right. The script. What is this?
Basket. Here.
What?
Can I see this?
Okay. Sure.
What do you have to say, cereal? I didn't like that. Okay.
I thought he was spitting bars, though.
No.
No?
You want to see the other parts of Goofland?
Sure.
While we're at it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. What's this?
Here's where I make music, man.
Oh, wow.
Let me show you. I just gotta put this tape in, this blank tape. Alright. Oh, hit the record button. Watch. This is what the record button is.
Ooh.
It's recording. Now, all I have to do. Alright. Curse these puzzles! Here we are. This is how I make music, guys.
Wow.
Drinks too.
Cool.
Alright,
So,
it's stopping. And now all we have to do is play the music. Let's see what it sounds like.
is for real?
Yeah, this is literally how I make music. There we go! It's playing!
Wow. That's.
Cut.
That's cool. All right. So where can we find you on the interwebs?
That's just us, the advisor, guy. The advisor.
Oh, okay.
Here's the advisor.
Oh, hello, advisor.
Hello, advisor.
I'm the advisor.
Oh.
It says advisor in Germanian.
Oh, I've never learned Germanian.
Yeah.
So I'll just take your word for it. Yeah.
Advisor. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes, advisor! Open your eyes, sergeant!
Oh.
There we go. I pushed a nerve. It woke up.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
What is
It's
that?
magical.
What is that?
It's a Christmas miracle. Screw Thanksgiving. I love Christmas.
Me too.
There it
Wow.
is. That's what it says.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a YouTube channel?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wow.
I don't
That's
know.
so cool. That's so.
So what do you want for Christmas?
Oh, I was thinking I could get him. All right, next up, we've got one of the, if not the goofiest guys I've ever seen. Yes, that's right. We got the funny man himself, the up-and-coming meteor, everyone's favorite #1 rated artist, 1997, the master builder himself. What is your name?
Jasper Browning.
Yeah, that's right. It's Jasper Browning. Yay! All right, what do you like making, kid?
I like making Legos and dioramas.
Well, that's cool. How do you make those Legos and or dioramas?
Legos, I usually just put together whatever comes to mind, and dioramas, it depends on what I'm using. Sometimes I'll use paper and glue, and other times I'll use rocks and dirt, or whatever I have available.
Well, that is great. That's great. So, what inspired you to make these dioramas and Legos like this?
Mostly just seeing stuff online and thinking, hey, what if I did something cool like that? Or having something that I would want to build that I haven't seen anywhere else.
That's cool. That's very nice. That is nice. What is your favorite thing that you have made?
Well, honestly, I mean, I can't really say favorites, but if I had to choose, it would be a diorama of a Mario Kart track called Cocoa Mountain, and I do not have any pictures or anything for it though.
Ah, dang it. Well, I guess we'll just put a picture of the funny car track, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do that. It'll be fine. Nobody will ever know. Yay. Anyway, so I have done some snooping with my sources, and I hear you also like drawing shrooms occasionally, little mushroom guys.
Mushrooms, yes, but I do like drawing mushrooms occasionally, but at the same time, well, I don't really know the names of the ones I draw, but my favorite mushroom would probably be giant puffball, because it can feed a whole entire basketball team.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So, you like trains?
Do I like trains? I love trains, dude.
So, you like trains?
Yes,
Say it.
I like trains.
Cool. So, what is your opinion on mud? And more specifically, houses that are made from mud.
Mud is a good pie filling and also is good building material. Cannot complain.
Yes, yes. Do you have any experience with mud of any sort? Or houses made from it?
I know one time I made a shack out of mud.
Are you sure? It kind of looks more like dirt.
Well, is it wet? And if the dirt is wet, then it's mud.
Oh, wow. Anyway, this is the last one. Most important one. This is the most important question on the thing. This is the only one that really matters in the end. Is cereal a soup?
It depends on what type. Cereal, in general, is a soup. Lucky Charms would be marshmallow and grain soup, or porridge, you could call it. Also, a fun fact: coffee is a bean broth.
So are you saying that not only is cereal a soup, but coffee too could be a soup?
Correctamundo.
Good, you answered correctly. And lastly, we've got an artist who not only can actually draw humans who look anatomically correct, but also has the ability to draw hands, which automatically makes them better than most image generation AI things, at the very least. Yep, that's right. We have the animatic animatrix, the delver of dungeons, the sister with the lighting fixture. I don't know. Rhyming is hard. What is your name?
Sierra Curtis.
Sierra Curtis. Yay. Right. What do you like to make?
I like to make characters, and I like to just create personalities in my art and making them come to life and just giving them personality.
Cool. So how do you make these personalities of these characters and stuff?
Well, first you need a pencil, and then you need paper, and then you need an idea, and that's the hard part. And that's usually the bit that I struggle with. But the thing that most gets me out of a creative rut is finding music that would inspire that.
What kind of music inspires you?
I like a lot of upbeat punk songs, as long as they're really like jumpy. I love jumpy songs.
Oh yeah, same. Let's go. Yeah. What is your favorite thing that you've made?
My favorite thing is always what I'm making, like, most recently, and that is right now a animation of just a scene from this book that I like to read that I thought was just so amazing that I had to draw it.
That's great. That's great.
But I'm also working on little tiny side projects of I'll find little audios and I'll just try to animate what I feel would like fit to that, because why not?
That's great, that's great. Speaking of animating stuff to the little audio thing, one time you made like this thing called like body language. It was like a little music video. It was pretty cool, and like there were these little people in it, and like they got like all these little scribbles on them, like it was like the government was trying to like censor their identity or something. Like, what was that all about? What are they?
Listen, their names are Faye and Amy. They need help. They don't have much time. They have little time. They're not allowed to speak. That's why it's called body. They can't tell anyone.
The following segment of this broadcast has been censored by the U.S. government on the grounds of... By viewing this footage, you have agreed to not disclose any information about any subjects known as Faye and Amy. They are completely safe and can definitely talk freely without a voice monitors. No cap 100% for reals, no backseas. You may now continue your regularly scheduled extended segment cut.
Okie dokie. So yeah, I also hear you're into the hit tabletop role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons, it's so much fun. I love playing it with friends. I love creating the stories for it. Dungeons and Dragons is actually one of my biggest inspirations to draw these characters. I love making my character that I roleplay as into an actual like thing. It's one of my favorite feelings.
That's great. Who are some of your favorite characters that you've done?
I have a character, her name is Dodori. She's a werepanther druid, but she doesn't know that she's a druid, and she got like taken from her home as a baby, so she grew up in a port city without knowing her roots.
Well, that sounds great. That's very great. Let's see what else. So I hear that from some very reliable sources, I hear that this is not your first time interacting with like a camera or like media. So have you ever done anything like with some sort of school announcements things before?
I can't say I was ever vocal on it enough. I do have memories of setting up a camera and awkwardly reaching around it to get to my Chromebook that was propped up on a music stand because I refused to learn how the teleprompter worked, and I was just too stubborn, so I would just lean around it and scroll manually down the teleprompter.
Oh my gosh, that's such a crazy thing that I had absolutely no idea about or recollection of ever partaking in ever in my life. Speaking of which, Tanner, I know you're watching this, Tanner. Hi, Tanner. Hello. Hello, I know you're there. I know you don't want me to talk about the fact you were on that one thing that one time, but you're there. Hello.
I don't think Tanner's here with us. I think he's no longer with us.
Oh.
News Clues has been destroyed. As we've said, the government took it down.
You're welcome, Red.
Yeah.
It couldn't be allowed to live.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, this most important question. This is what we've all been doing this up to. The single most important question. Is cereal a soup?
If you want to call milk, broth, and the cereal vegetables and meat, then sure. But if you do that, then you should also be saying that smoothies are a salad.
So is that a yes or a no?
It's a no.
How dare you?
One day you will have to answer for your actions.
So where can we find you?
I have an Instagram that is the_real_Sierra Mist. I've been meaning to post more art on it, but I haven't got around to it. You can see me be really dumb if you want to see that. And also little quips on upcoming projects.
Cool. Thank you for being here, existing stuff.
I always love existing.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty great. Okay, bye.